On this episode of Cox Connections, over the last decade, minority groups accounted for roughly 85% of the national population growth, with Hispanics attributing to much of that gain. That growth has become evident right here in Hampton Roads, so we brought in the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to let you know how it's working to support local businesses. The Hampton Roads Committee of 200-plus men has proven to be a staple in our community by promoting the empowerment of African Americans. From its annual Scholars Breakfast to health-related programs, you'll hear how this organization is fostering an esprit de corps throughout the region. Since its launch in 2009, Cox Charities has provided grants to 13 very deserving nonprofit organizations in Hampton Roads. Learn more about our philanthropic initiative and how it's making a difference in our community. Stay tuned. Cox Connections is next. Hello and welcome to Cox Connections. I'm your host, Gary McCullum, Senior Vice President and General Manager for Cox Hampton Roads. Since it began operations in 2003, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has been connecting and educating the Hampton Roads business community to Hispanic business owners. Joining me now to talk about the overall economic impact of the Latino community is Carlos Espinoza and Andres Arellano of the Hampton Roads Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you here. I guess the first question, Carlos, is tell us a little bit about the history of the Hispanic Chamber and its mission.
Okay, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce began in 2003, and it was founded by a group of businesswomen that saw a need to represent the Hispanic community and the Hispanic businesses in the area, and they decided that the Chamber of Commerce would be a good way to represent that community.
Was this just simply a result of just the number of Hispanic people, the population growing in the area, and they just saw the need, or?
Correct. It was they did see the growing population, and especially businesses in the area at that time. And
can you talk a little bit about that community in terms of its growth, and what's the census data telling us in terms of the growth of? I think there's a sense that it's growing, and obviously, but what are you seeing here in Hampton Roads?
Correct. In 2010, we had a census, and that actually showed that the Hispanic population in Virginia had doubled since the last census in the year 2000.
Wow, in 10 years it had doubled.
It doubled. And it actually also showed that 1/3 of the population growth was a Hispanic population.
And talk a little bit about the military.
Military here in Hampton Roads is a big part of the community. And a lot of Hispanic people, I guess, belong to the military. So they are a big part of our community.
And so with that doubling of the population, what have we, and I guess this fostered the creation of the chamber, I guess we've seen an increase in the number of Hispanic-owned businesses as well.
Correct. From 2009 to 2010, there was a growth of about 50% on just businesses that were Hispanic-owned. Right. And one of our missions is to represent the Hispanic community and also help the businesses and the community grow and develop.
And I guess the Chamber has a number of initiatives and programs. Andrews, can you tell us a little about some of the programmatic or initiatives that are underway at the Chamber?
Sure. We have a once-a-month business after hour that gives to us the opportunity to put together a bunch of businesses and normal people who want to be involved in the Chamber of Commerce more actively, and also a great opportunity to business to networking together and they have
I think we're showing some of that now. So this is a once-a-month event, business after hours, where again businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses can come together.
Hispanic and Americans,
and really not just limited to Hispanic.
No, at all.
Anyone.
That is the point. We want to be more exposed for everyone. I mean, that is the point. We are not exclusive Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We want to open bridges with different businesses in the United States and America. That is the real deal about this, to show the rest of the people our potential.
Well, one of the things I've seen, particularly with small businesses, and I'm assuming it's the same within Hispanic businesses as well, is how does that business learn how to do certain things? So do you offer workshops and tips on how to move your business forward, and particularly in the tough economic times we find ourselves in? Do you have those kinds of services as well?
Yeah, you're totally right in that too. The workshop help us to teach a little bit to new people who want to run business, how they have to do it, and what kind of research they need, and what kind of program. I mean, we try to help every single person to come to a door and teach them. That is one of the good
We were talking earlier about one particular initiative,
Nuestra Feria.
Nuestra Feria.
We
Tell us
just
a little bit about that.
Thank you. We just have this past May, or Nuestra Feria, and it was wonderful. We put together 50 stands with new businesses and actual sponsors, and we bring almost 1,000 people was attend that event. That was wonderful. That show a little bit.
And this is something that you're going to have on a regular basis?
We are going to have one a year.
One a year?
Every May, and in different location probably, but every May of the year.
So this is culture, this is family, this is...
We have dance, we have business time, workshop time, but also we have music, live music, dance music, restaurants, everything. We have a little bit of everything.
And I guess, Carlos, I want to go back to another question, but before I go there, I guess there are other educational initiatives that are underway as well. There's some scholarship opportunities that the Chamber is involved in as well?
This Nuestra Feria gives to us the opportunity to collect some money, and with that money, what we do, because we are a non-profit organization, we put that money in a scholarship for some guys who have a wonderful qualification, but unfortunately in those days, now the money, they need to go forward. And so it's a little contribution.
A lot of great things going on. And Carlos, I guess the question I have for you, I mean, we've talked about some of the initiatives. How important is it to have community support of the Hispanic Chamber?
It's crucial for us. Like Andres said, we're a non-profit organization, and pretty much the board of directors is made up of volunteers. So we donate our time and efforts into the organization. So we require sponsors and partners to help us, fund our activities and our events, and also to raise funds to be able to give the scholarships that we give on an annual basis.
And what sort of way can someone get involved with the Chamber? We only have a minute left, but
there are many ways. I mean, we have a website where we have a calendar of events. People can volunteer to participate on the events.
And I think we do have the website. We'll go ahead and make sure that gets shown, but they can contact you on the website.
Yeah, they can contact us, call us, or visit our offices as well. And they can become volunteers, and they can become part of our committees as well that organize the actual activities.
We only have 30 seconds left, but as we leave, what message would you like to send about the role that this organization plays? We
want to be a bridge, a connection, a doorway to the Hispanic community and businesses, to everybody in Hampton Roads.
All right. Well, listen, I do appreciate, Carlos and Jez, both of you for what you're doing in this community. We're richer because of your organization, and thank you for all you do to make this a great place to live, work, and do business. Well, the Hampton Roads Committee of 200+ men has evolved into one of Virginia's premier African-American men's groups. Find out what they're doing to promote community betterment throughout the region. We'll be right back with more Cox Connections.